Now, I know it's been a while, but I want to go over the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush anime opening 1 intro and see what details and possible foreshadowing could appear. Hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today sit back, relax as it's time to break down the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush opening 1 intro. So in this video I'll be giving you my thoughts, opinions, predictions, so let's get started. So we start off this intro with the two types of Rush dual discs. We see the classic red one that we've had within 7s, and we see a less pointier blue dual disc that we've seen most of our Go Rush characters so far using. A nice little touch, kind of showing that it's going to have some elements of what 7s had, but also it's going to have some new elements that Go Rush is going to bring into it. We then transition to a scene of Yuhi looking intensely at the starry sky, giving us that space theme that we know the show was going to bring with it. But also, it gives us the idea of Yuhi looking for something, and in this moment in time, that something seems out of reach. The same could be said for Yumu's character, as she's also looking up towards the starry sky with a very serious expression on her face. So who knows, maybe the two twins are actually searching for something much more deeper than aliens. I do love it though how we also see Yugioh and Yugioh standing together, however their backs are turned against each other, showcasing that the two might be on slightly different sides. Now looking at their expressions, Yugioh does look slightly sad, but also like he's searching or longing for something, which pairs perfectly with episode's 1 introduction of Yugioh's character, where it's revealed that he thinks that Rush Duels could be a way to save his home planet of Volagir. So of course he's longing for his planet's peace, and he's searching for a way to bring that peace to it. That hint of sadness that I mentioned could be from himself and Yugioh being on opposite sides. We know there's a connection between Yugioh and Yugioh, and they've been in battles together, so it's safe to say that they might actually be friends, but if they're on opposite sides at the moment, then it could cause Yugioh to be sad. However, looking at Yugioh, he does look kind of troubled, and this is from the way that he's looking down towards the ground. But you can also see a burning passion and desire within his eyes. So maybe he knows his methods aren't the most humane, but at the same time, in his mind, he's got no other way, no other choice, no other path. So he must take it, even if it means he's going against his friend of Yugioh. Next up, we see new characters shown, and to be honest, I think these characters are related to the Mimi bloodline, as the female character in this scene looks super lively and gives off that cheeky personality that of course Mimi had in 7s. I really like this character design, especially the fact that her eyes match her pink-like outfit that she's wearing. I think it's a nice, really sort of character design detail that they've added with the character, and I can't wait to see what she brings to the show when she appears. The dog in this scene does remind me of that weird dog that Yoshio's group had, and it does kind of, again, link back to the fact that maybe, just maybe, these 3 characters, well, 2 human and 1 dog on this scene, is related to the Mimi bloodline. However, one thing against that though is that the guy in the background kind of reminds me of Nail. Manabu having these ancient-like images depicted behind him was, I think, a reference to his bloodline / family history, as we know that Gakuto also had ancestors that were warriors, and when you look at sort of ancient history and the warriors that were in the past, they're kind of like on like stone sort of carvings, and this is the kind of vibe I get here. We also know that Manabu and Gakuto do share the same last name, so it's possible that they are related some way, somehow. Which, again, would make it so that the images depicted behind Manabu in this opening is kind of a reference to, like, all of the Gakutens, Gakutos, Gakutings, all of that kind of thing that were ancient warriors in the past that helped bring peace. I really like this next scene, as we have Yumu have hearts appearing in her eyes, which could be hinting at her mother, Ranze. Well, not likely, but it does look similar to Ran's eyes that we see in 7s. But I do like the fact how both characters of Ranze and Yumu seem to have a theme of love about them, just from this slight scene in the opening. I could be reading too much into that though, however. We get a shot with all three of our main characters using their ace cards and sort of monsters. We see Yuki's cards, we see Yuumu's monsters, and even Yudis' Galactica, Oblivion, and Transu Rainamu. While on the topic of monsters though, Yuumu's monsters look really cool, and so do Yudis' Galaxy types. They just have that vibe that make you want to see them in action, so I really do like the way they're presented in this opening. And speaking of monsters, we do see a really cool list of monster silhouettes within this opening. And we know that those monsters are going to appear within the anime, as we've seen this sheep monster appear within episode 3. And of course, in this image you see on screen, she's actually highlighted. Now, one silhouette that did catch my attention though was the child-looking monster with the ball in her hand and the octagon sort of thing behind her. Why? Well, because Diane Keto, when Mimi used those monsters, all had the same shape behind their monsters, making me think that this monster is in some way related to the Diane Keto archetype. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, we have a character that gives off Mimi-like vibes. So it's possible that we might see more Diane Keto support, or like a child Diane Keto kind of branch off sub-archetype. And honestly, I'm excited to see that. The big winged silhouette monster looks incredible, and I have to believe that this is a dragon-type monster created to rival Galactica Oblivion. In fact, I'm going to take this prediction a step further by saying that it's going to be the first fusion monster that we see within Go Rush. Now, we know that these monsters are monsters that belong to the aliens within Go Rush, as Chupataro used Meg, the sheep silhouette that appears, and the other silhouette that we see above Meg looks like Reverse Rider that Kawitel used in episode 5. Now, of course, after that shot, we do actually see Yugioh staring up at the night sky, possibly wondering what to do, until Yuumu and Yuki arrive, giving him the confidence to move forward with a smile on his face, and this scene is just genuinely very wholesome. Now, of course, the final shot is a reveal of our heroes versus their opponents moving forward. Again, Suijo, Chupataro, Kawitel, and another mysterious alien that is said to appear shortly. So overall, this opening I thought was really cool and fun. I like how we already are filling out those silhouettes, as it shows good attention to detail and the fact that they are willing to update their openings. So this is a massive positive for me personally. We don't get shown a massive amount of new characters, but I thought we got enough to give us a bit of intrigue and get our attention for what we're going to be introduced to in the first arc of the show. Overall, when looking at the music and the expressions that the characters brought within, I thought the opening gave a rather emotional showcasing. Nothing that's going to make you cry per se, but more so the fact is that they are characters that are going to be lost, searching for the things that they need. But they can only achieve what they need with each other's support. It's different, but it is in line with the basic theme of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the struggles that we know these characters are going to have to face moving forward, and what they already possess. I like the visuals, I love the music, although I haven't had a chance to do a deep dive into the lyrics very much, as yes, sometimes the lyrics can help tell a story of the opening, but at the same time, I do think in some cases, the visuals did match the lyrics, and I thought the song in general was pretty good. So those were my thoughts on this opening. Let me know yours in the comments down below, and of course if I missed anything, then let me know, I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll be seeing you next time. Have a great day. Alligator, madane, goodbye.